Welcome to another episode of Mom and Me Live. It- I'm Denise,
And I'm Leon.
and I'm a independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Woodstock, Ontario, Canada. And so excited tonight. It is Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. So there's a lot of Christmas happening.
Right? Yeah.
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 And Christmas shopping has begun for people and Christmas decorating. So, yes, very exciting times. This weekend, I'm planning on finishing up. This would be a good time to finish up your Christmas cards. Have you finished your Christmas cards?
Oh my goodness, no. That's probably maybe next week's job.
Oh, okay.
Along with everything else that's next week.
Next week.
Okay.
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 All right. Do you have a address list like ready to go of who you're sending
Oh,
to?
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
How many cards do you send?
Well, it's getting less every year because um, when you get older, that a lot of your friends seem to take vacations and go away and different places that you don't send cards anymore to some of them. Okay.
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 Would that be heaven? Some of them are going to.
Yes.
Anyone
That's
have the
true.
address for heaven?
No.
We could use it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, I am not as far ahead. I actually haven't made the list of names and addresses. I need to do
That
that.
doesn't surprise her mother.
Okay, it's on my to-do task.
Okay.
So
All
since
right.
it is, this is one of the cards that we're going to make tonight that I'm going to make some of these to give out because they're just really pretty. So the card that we're going to make tonight isn't necessarily Christmas. You could use it for different occasions. This is the card that we're going to make together tonight. And it is from the Stampin' Up Holiday Mini. This one here. And just a reminder that this one end of December is the end of January 2nd, technically, is the last day to order from this catalog. But many of the items go on, as of December 1st, will go on while supplies last. So if you would like that list, I'd be happy to send you that list of what's going to be last chance. You'll be able to see it on my website as well. They'll say last chance list. And so some things, like I said, will retire, and this will be the last opportunity to purchase them till the end of December, but while supplies last. And then some items out of this mini catalog, Stampin' Up has chosen to carry over that we're still going to be able to order, and some that they let us know will come in the next holiday catalog. So we might just have to wait a few months for those. So when I'm making the card tonight, I will tell you which ones of these items are get it while you can and which items will be around for a while and you have time. This might be a card that, like I said, it's not necessarily Christmas. You could use this as a birthday card, a winter birthday card, a thinking of you card. So lots of different things. All right, ready? I'm gonna put the camera down and show you the products that we needed for this particular card. So I'm going to pull the camera towards me and pull it down and see if we can put this in a good spot so that you can see. I'll try and get rid of all my junk off the side so that it is a very focused view what you're seeing. Okay. All right, so what do you need? Well, we always need some to make this card. What do we need? Well, we always need some cardstock. So we need, this is Misty Moonlight. We need a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Misty Moonlight, and we need to score it at 4.25. So we do need the 5.5 by 8.5 Misty Moonlight cardstock scored at 4.25. We will need a 1.5 inch by 5.5 inch balmy blue piece of cardstock. So far, these items are in the annual catalog. They are still available till next June even. So we're nothing retiring here. Basic white, 4 by 5.25. We're going to be using that for the inside of our card. We need a piece of 1 inch by, I think I did 4.25. 1 inch by 4.25 basic white. We need, hey, you're gonna love this. This is a 1/4 inch by about 4.25 inch. That's probably about 5 inch. 4.25 inch piece of basic white. So just a little thin strip. So this is great. With all my people who keep all your scraps, this is great for this. And you're going to need a piece of, this is the silver twine. It is still available in the annual catalog. And this is exciting. This is in the Holiday Mini. This is out of the triple pack of silver foil paper, specialty silver foil, and it is carrying over. So we will still be able to order this after December even. So that's very exciting. So we need and again, it's just like a 1 inch by 5 inch kind of thing of that silver foil. Oh, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. We need, oh, this is also very exciting. These snowflakes were in the holiday catalog, and they are carrying over. So we're still going to be able to order these, and they are beautiful. They come in a pack of them like this, and very handy. There's 24 of those in a pack. Very handy. We need one of those. And we need, this is where we get into the two items that if you want these 2 items, this is something you're going to need to get. This is Blushing Bride ribbon. It's actually looking pretty peachy on my screen, but it's a really pretty pink Blushing Bride. And this is some shimmer sequins out of the holiday catalog. These 2 items are retiring as of December 1st. They will go while supplies last. And they are beautiful little things. So there's 2 things on our card that we're using that if you want those, don't hesitate to reach out to me to order those for you. And of course, what is retiring also and going while supplies last is the actual stamp set that we used tonight. This is the Arctic Bears and the Arctic Bears dies. So the polar bears and the dies. I'm going to show you. This is what the dies cut out, is all these different shapes. And of course they match the stamp set. So we're going to be using that tonight. That bundle will, as of December 1st, that will go while supplies last. So that's something that you might want to get. Well, you can, and it is for the bundle at $64.75. Okay. The other things we used where I did use some Memento black ink. I used some Blushing Bride ink and some Misty Moonlight ink. I used white craft ink refill, an aqua painter, a little palette. You can get these at the dollar store or other places, something to put the little paint in. And that's about it. Oh, you know what? What's so good about paper pumpkins? On the actual sample card, you'll see that I've used from our home to yours. That's the nice thing about these paper pumpkin kits. This is the paper pumpkin kit from 2 months ago, and they always come with a beautiful stamp set, and I actually used one of the little stamp sets out of there, from our home to yours out of there. But you can of course use any sentiment on this card. Okay, now that we have our supplies, let's get started and have some fun. All right, so first easy step would be to take that piece of silver foil, take the piece of white. Oh, and you know what I missed? We missed a velvet. This is velvet. This is really nice if when the person gets the card, it's one of those textures. It's, if you remember, like, you know, your velvet tracksuit or something. This is very, very pretty velvet. Okay, and so out of those three, we would take our framelits and this basic white paper is our cardstock. This this velvet, out of the velvet, we're going to cut that nice polar bear so he's got the velvety texture. And our ice on our frozen ice is going to be that. So we're going to run those through our Big Shot. And once we ran those through the Big Shot, now we have that nice little velvety polar bear. We have the nice ice that we just pop out of here. Of course, once it's been die cut nice and easy. And I'm gonna and we cut out the polar bear, we cut out the ice, and where is our iceberg that he's floating on? So nice and easy, we've got our nice 3 pieces cut and ready to go. So we have those ready. We'll put those aside for a moment. And we're going to bring back in the white craft ink refill. We're going to use that little palette, and we're going to put a couple of drops into one of the holders, just a couple of little drops there of ink refill. It's white on white. This is going to be hard for you to see, but I did just put a few drops of that in. You're going to take your aqua painter and you're going to squeeze it and drop a few drops of water in there and just give it a little mix. Oh yeah, I think you can see it now. So I'm just adding a bit of water to that, but it's still a nice bright white. Okay, and now that that's done, you're going to bring your card in, and what you're going to do is you're going to take this card front and you're going to tap it and let it splatter. Now, Mom's just panicking beside me here, so I'm going to tell you that this is where a cardboard box comes in handy to do this so you don't get splatter everywhere. This is my well-loved splatter box so that we don't get it anywhere else. Okay. So always use a splatter box so you don't get paint everywhere else. You can just flick that brush like that. Can you see it? All the flicks of paint going onto there. So you can do a light snowstorm or a heavy snowstorm, whatever look you would like to go for. Again, I just put it into put the brush into my palette. It's a nice sort of wet brush, and I'm just flicking it with my, how can I show this good? I'm flicking it with my finger, right? And when I flick it, the splatter is going everywhere, including in the box. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So you could do that in different colors, whatever you want. That's giving us a nice little splatter effect. Okay, so you're going to notice in the background of the card, you can see how the splatter was there before. See? So it's like kind of a nighttime snowfall. All right, so that's just a lot of fun. Okay, now that we've done that, I took the little blue piece here, and I actually just took an X-Acto blade and just cut, and just, it doesn't have to be exact, it's just creating a little bit of an icy pattern for that snowman for the iceberg to sit on. Okay, so I'm just going to use regular glue for that and glue that down. Okay, let's see how well I do it working upside down. All right, so nice little like that. Then I'm going to put my iceberg. I'll bring this back so it makes it easier to see this, I think. Just looking for my iceberg. There it is. Actually, no, I want my ice first. Again, I'm just using the Tombow glue, just ever so, it's strong glue, just a little tiny bit will do on the background of this. And it's going to go there on top of that. So it's coming together, nice glistening ice. Now I need my iceberg. The iceberg, if you can see closely, it embosses the pattern right into the iceberg. So it's pretty cool. It really makes it stand up a little bit. Okay, turning it just for 1 second so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so we've got our iceberg coming out of our pond there. I'm going to take see how quickly this goes together, very quickly. These snowflakes are the perfect size for these dimensionals. I'll just move this out of your sight. Okay, perfect size for one of these. Right in the back of there. And that's going to go right here. Look at how that just jumps off there. So pretty. Okay, so we have that done. Then we're going to, same thing we're going to use for our polar bear. We're going to use more of the dimensionals. So put 2 dimensionals on the polar bear. This is the baby bear, I guess. And he's going to go right there at the top, sticking out. And then we take whatever sentiment that we did and stamp, and we glue it. We're going to glue dot it because it's fabric right onto the ribbon. It gives a really pretty, and so yes, glue dots. You definitely want to use glue dots for this. Take your sentiment straight to your glue dot, pull it up, next glue dot, pull it up. So for this one, the other one I did from Our Home to Yours, this one I've done It's the Best Time of the Year. And then you would just trim your, that's what I don't have is my snips. So we'll just use our X-Acto blade. That's just a little unusual for me to do, but what the heck. Easy peasy. Not quite as good as a scissor cut on ribbon anyway. All right. We improvise, we make do. Okay. All right. And the best thing to do is we're going to take this silver twine and we're going to take and make this is a 12-inch long strip of this silver twine, so that I could do a nice generous size bow. Just tying it regular. Oh, this is, I just did a terrible example of that, but anyway. Okay, so it's, it looks horrible like this, but it's going to get hidden. It's going to be behind here. I'm going to use a glue dot. When you work with this twine, it doesn't like to tie tight, which is why we're securing it with a glue dot. Okay, so we're going to stick that on an angle so that the bow and everything shows, the silver shows through. We'll put that on top of our snowflake, so you've got that ribbon coming through, and now using dimensionals on the back of the ribbon, which is very unusual for me. Usually I use glue dots, but in this case, and it's already popped up in the middle, so I don't want to put any more in the middle. That's why I'm only just putting dimensionals at both ends of the ribbon. So putting our sentiment there. Okay. And I would trim up my twine there if I had my snips handy, which I will find afterwards, of course. Now, it's looking good, but we need our last final touch, which is, remember I said we used some of those sequins. Thank you. So, what's handy about these sequins is just going to spill a couple onto the paper. And then this is the take your pick tool. And again, like one end is a pick tool to pick things. One end is my little spatula end. I'm not using that end this time. For this particular thing, I'm going to use my putty end. So this is, it's almost like, the old MacTac sticky putty. So this allows me to pick up these little rhinestones, these little gems, and I just use again, back to my Tombow. Just a tiny dab. Sorry, I'm going to try and do this so you can see it. Tiny dab. Tiny dab, and then, oops, drop my rhinestone. That's what's handy about it. There we go. Pick it up with that, and then you can direct it. And I will use the other end just to tap it down into place. And I'm going to do one here. These just add just another little bit of bling to your card. Just add that little extra something something. Little stars twinkling in the sky, right? Snowflakes and stars. Isn't that pretty? Okay, we talked about the inside of the card. We never want to do anything naked on the inside. The inside, we stamped the sentiment with some of the blushing bride snowflakes, and of course a little polar bear walking along the bottom with snowflakes. And I would do the same on the envelope to match. Isn't it cute? All right, so it could be this one, from our home to yours, sending love and peace this season. So this one's obviously for Christmas. But again, you could do the thinking of you or happy